Hi, meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday, October 13th. We have several things to talk about today. We'll take a look at the tropical situation, not only in the Atlantic Basin, but also out across the Pacific Ocean as well. And then we'll kind of focus in on precipitation amounts across the U.S. over the next several days, both in terms of rain and accumulating snow. Indeed, there's a good snowstorm raging right now across portions of eastern Montana, eastern Wyoming. Some of those spots will get more than a foot of snow over the next 12 to 24 hours or so. And then we'll take a look at the latest NAM model run as it produces a cold frontal system that will move all the way from the western U.S. into the eastern states by the upcoming weekend. Let's start off with a tropical look here in the Atlantic Basin. There is indeed a tropical system right now across the southwestern part of the Atlantic Ocean. It looks like it will not have any kind of a direct impact on the U.S. East Coast, but instead will just meander out in this particular area over the next couple of days or so. The rest of the Atlantic Basin quiet right now. We're now about a month past the climatological peak of the Atlantic Basin season, which typically peaks in middle September. Here we are now, right around the midpoint of the month of October. Well, in the eastern Pacific, there is indeed some tropical activity. Hurricane Pamela has come ashore in Mexico. It has weakened into a tropical storm right now, but it will contribute to a lot of moisture feeding into Texas and Oklahoma over the next 24 to 48 hours or so. Again, significant rainfall on the way for portions of Texas, Oklahoma, even into Arkansas and Missouri over the next couple of days. Mainly as a result of the remnants of what is now Tropical Storm Pamela as it moves to the north and east over the next couple of days. That will also contribute to the possibility of some strong to severe thunderstorms over the next couple of days in the southern plains. Well, here's a forecast map by NOAA of the total precipitation amounts over the next 5 days between this morning, Wednesday morning, and Monday morning of next weekend. A lot of this right here is as a result of the remnants of what is now Tropical Storm Pamela. Again, this rainfall will also feature some strong to severe thunderstorm activity across the southern plains over the next couple of days. Meanwhile, some decent rainfall over the mid-Atlantic region over the next 5 days, mainly concentrated in the late Saturday night time frame as that strong cold front reaches the eastern seaboard. Again, probably in the overnight hours on Saturday night. Meanwhile, a storm right now is raging across the northern plains, and it is in the form of snow in places like eastern Montana, eastern Wyoming. Some spots will receive more than a foot of snow over the next 12 to 24 hours or so. Meanwhile, another storm, pretty healthy storm across the Pacific Northwest, will produce some rain in the lower elevations and even some snow across some of the higher elevations of the Pacific Northwest. Well, here is in fact a snowfall map for the next 48 hours for the western part of the nation between midday today and midday on Friday. And look at this, a healthy snowstorm in Wyoming and Montana, the eastern parts of those particular states, even more than a foot of snow. And that significant accumulating snow will extend in the far western parts of the Dakotas over the next couple of days. Again, quite a healthy snowstorm going on right now and will continue to do so over the next 12 to 24 hours or so. Some more accumulations across the Rocky Mountain states and even into the interior, higher elevation sections of the Pacific Northwest. Well, let's take a look at a few maps for the very current, the very latest NAM model. This is the 12Z model run forecast map for midday today on Wednesday. And here is that snowstorm out in the Dakotas, kind of a classic scenario here with low pressure in this particular case over South Dakota and on the northwest and western side. Enough cold air for snow, and not only snow, but accumulating snow again, likely to pile up in some of those higher elevation locations of eastern Montana, eastern Wyoming, in the far western parts of the Dakotas. Meanwhile, notice off the map here, almost off the map here in the southwestern Atlantic, there is a tropical system, again, just meandering around here not a direct threat to the U.S. mainland, just kind of meandering around over the next few days in the southwestern part of the Atlantic Ocean. Well, let's jump ahead 24 hours to tomorrow morning, Thursday morning. Here is that system still just sitting and spinning over the southwestern Atlantic. And meanwhile, the snowstorm that is centrally located over the Dakotas today will push into southern Canada by tomorrow morning, still producing snow on its western flank, in this particular case across south central part of Canada. In the Pacific Northwest, some rain in the lower elevations and snow in the interior higher elevation locations. Jumping ahead another 24 hours, this is a Friday morning forecast map from the very latest NAM model, and here's some rainfall associated with that incoming cold frontal system. It moves into the eastern U.S., the Atlantic seaboard area over the upcoming weekend. A lot of dry and chilly weather across the northern plains and still existing over the western U.S. as we end the work week on Friday. Well, let's now jump to Saturday morning's forecast map, and here is rainfall associated with that incoming frontal system. The front itself reaches the east coast by Saturday night with some shower and thunderstorm activity, and temperatures will warm up on Thursday and Friday in the mid-Atlantic region with the return of sunshine. It's been a very dreary and drab weather pattern in the mid-Atlantic region in recent days, but brightening skies this afternoon, and then a decent amount of sunshine on Thursday and Friday, boosting temperatures into the 80s. DC, Philadelphia, New York City by Friday afternoon. It stays warm on Saturday, probably the upper 70s for highs on Saturday afternoon in the I-95 corridor region, but much cooler conditions on Sunday following the passage of the cold frontal system. There will be a stiff northwest breeze on Sunday. High temperatures probably in the low to mid 60s on Sunday and Monday. DC, Philadelphia, New York City following the 70s on Saturday and the 80s on Friday. So some big changes coming to the Mid-Atlantic region. First, the return of sunshine on Thursday and Friday and warm conditions, and then much cooler by the time we get to the early part of next week. That's it for now. I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday, October 13th.